Hello, everybody. All right, let me get this set up. Okay. My little tripod is very unstable. Hope this works. All right. If you guys are able to see me, please let me know. And if you can hear me clearly, hopefully you can. Okay. Now I am ready. Sort of. Okay. Hi, Ashley and Elise. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining today. So excited for this live. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is super unstable right now. I'm trying to get it a little more solid. And please let me know. Send in your questions right now, guys. I'll take the first questions to start off with. But first and foremost, I'm going to answer the question that I received yesterday on Instagram about my sobriety from alcohol. So I'm going to first start off with that. Hey, Daryl / St. John the Baptist. Not sure what your real name is, but I like that. All right, guys. Hope everybody's having a great week thus far. I am super excited to be on live again. Yesterday I went live on TikTok. Today I'm on YouTube. Tomorrow I'm going to be on Instagram live. I'm on a roll this week. Really fun and exciting to be back. Really more interactive with video again like I used to be. So it's been a great energy for me, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Thank you guys. And yes, I will do a tutorial on that. It's really pretty straightforward, but I've been getting that asked a lot, so I feel like I should just do it at this point. All right, guys. So, sober for 4.5 years from alcohol. Holy wow. Can't believe it, actually. It's funny that I got asked this question because it really resonated. I've been meaning to make a kind of update video on this topic. Because I haven't talked about it since many years now that I've been sober from alcohol. So let's do a little recap on how that's been and how I'm feeling and why I did it and how it's impacted my life. I got specifically asked by somebody how it's impacted my social life as well. So I'm going to touch on all of those things. So first and foremost, why I went sober from alcohol. I knew for a long time on my spiritual path that I did not want to keep drinking. I could feel my body really speaking to me and calling out to me and telling me, this is not resonating anymore. Stop doing this to me. It's hurting me. It's hurting me. It's hurting me. And I could really feel that message being conveyed very strongly. Funny enough, from my body before my mind was even on board. If that makes sense for those of you guys that get it, you'll understand. But basically, my body started rejecting a substance which it hadn't rejected previously. It was really funny because I, to be honest, had a really high tolerance for alcohol, and I have a lot of genes of alcoholism on both sides of my family. So I think that has something to do with my strong tolerance for it. But I never had a problem, so to speak, or any type of addiction or imbalance as per the world. So I struggled in some ways to feel motivated um, to feel like I wanted to stop, to be honest, because I I didn't have an issue, right? Like some people, sorry guys, just readjusting this here. Some people really struggle with it in a different way, right? And have this kind of imbalance, so to speak, but I never felt that way myself. And so it was harder. It was a little bit harder for me initially, honestly, to feel like, oops, sorry about this, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, there. Oh goodness. Thank you for your patience with me. So anyway, it was hard for me right off the bat to feel as motivated because I didn't have a problem, you know? And so for me, social drinking was really the only way I drank, and it was really moderate in comparison to a lot of my peers in college, but it was fun. It still felt like enjoyable for me, and it was an experience I wasn't ready to let go of at the time. So fast forward a few years, I I was at a program in India with my guru, and I asked him for a blessing to basically help me to not quit drinking, but to actually have the desire itself leave me. Because I knew if I was just trying to quit, it wouldn't be sustainable because I would feel like an urge to do it. You know what I mean? Like I'd feel this drawback to it. But if the desire itself could leave me, it would be easy, right? If I literally just no longer had a desire to do it. So in one of the times I had to go up to him for darshan and talk to him one on one, I wrote a little note and I put that in it. And sure enough, he gave me blessings. And I know it seems sometimes hard to believe, but the blessings of a master are truly um, a power of their own. And I received the blessings for that, and legitimately, since that day, have not felt any pull, want, desire at all in my inner space to drink alcohol. And it really felt like it just got shed. It just got removed right out of me. And so I truly give thanks to my guru, Paramahansa Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, for removing that desire in me because it really helped my process of dropping alcohol. But the effect I have felt, honestly, has been the motivator in keeping it sustainable. So that's what I'll talk about now. So 4.5 years of not having alcohol in my body, I can really say has been monumental in the way that I physically feel and the states of consciousness that I'm able to tap into. See, alcohol is a very low frequency substance in itself. It vibrates at a very dense frequency compared to even other substances like marijuana or other psychedelic drugs. It really, really is at the low end of the totem pole, so to speak. Think about the feelings, right, that it makes you experience. It really puts us in an animalistic state of consciousness, really goes into the lowest chakras and gives us that base urges, those base desires for lust, for food, for all of these kind of things, these very animalistic survival needs. And alcohol puts us in that state of consciousness or frequency. So whether or not we have grown spiritually or we're able to transcend that is there too, but you have to know that that substance in itself is imbibing that into your body, into your mind, into your consciousness. And that was not something that I was interested in anymore. I really wanted to go beyond those states. And so really feeling one in so much more alignment with my body because I'm not feeling this hypocrisy of trying so hard to be healthy in other arenas such as food and water and proper nourishment of this body, but then going the next day to toxify it with, shots of alcohol. It allowed me to feel more in authenticity with my mission to take care of my body as a temple. Honestly, that was the one big, big thing for me. So I felt a big relief because my inner world and my outer world were in more alignment. There was much more authenticity happening there for me personally. At a physical level, at a detox level, there's too many benefits, too many things you feel when you stop consuming alcohol. Your body just feels so open, so much more nourished, and so much more strong. It really, really lowers immunity in general, alcohol, and it depletes or dries up the fluids and the vitality of the body as per the Ayurvedic framework. So I've really felt that at a direct level, like my body being more hydrated, my body being more lustrous, being more nourished, being more vital, full of ojas, full of life energy, full of prana in a different way since going sober. I would say those are some of my main takeaways. And at a social level, at an emotional and mental level, my biggest takeaway has been the realization that I am really rooted in a space that I don't need anything to make me feel comfortable in myself, or I don't need anything to make me feel comfortable around other people. And I realized that when I was being really, really brutally honest with myself back when I was still drinking alcohol, I realized that If we really look inside, social drinking in general comes back to one thing. There's some part of us that is just seeking connection, simply seeking connection. And we feel like that'll help us do it. That'll help us connect to other people. That'll help us connect to or make other people comfortable with us. Sometimes it's not even that we want to do it, but we feel like if we're sober, people won't connect with us because they'll feel like, oh, she's sober, she's not drinking. I can't open up to her in the same way that somebody else who's drinking and understands the frequency that I'm on, right? At least these are the thoughts that I would have. Maybe it resonates with some of you guys too. And so for me to transcend that, to break that paradigm and really reconstruct it and understand that I can radiate confidence and comfortability and bliss in who I am completely sober was so empowering and liberating. And second, seeing that radiate out into others, into my relationships, even with strangers or friends or family, and that they could not tell the difference. Literally, I would be at frat parties, guys, in college, completely sober, and nobody knew. And when they found out, they were like, "What? You're not drinking, but you're so happy." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is how I am. This is who I am. I don't need that substance to trigger that in me, or to make me feel open-hearted, or to make me be able to speak about myself or things that I care about in an open, authentic way, right? Sometimes we feel like we need alcohol to remove those barriers, to help us be unfiltered. But I realized just with the power of our consciousness, we can bring that same state. We can bring that same openness, that same connection, that same vulnerability into our relationships. And so, how has it impacted my social life? It's only helped it, really. It's really only helped it because I've been able to show up myself more authentically. People have gotten to know me more authentically. And I've gotten to take myself away by choice from events, places, or spaces that don't resonate with me anymore. I used to feel like this fear of losing relationships. And so I would just put myself in experiences that I really actually didn't want to be in or didn't resonate with anymore. For example, maybe, an acquaintance's party where I know everybody's going to be drinking and that's all that's going to be happening. There are still some days that I might choose to say yes to that and feel okay and still feel empowered and still feel like, you know what, I'm going to do that. I can still choose to do that and feel good about it. But there are days where I don't want to. Like, it's not that I can't, but I don't want to because it doesn't resonate. And I feel like there could be better uses of my time and energy, right? So it's helped me have a lot more discernment and a lot more awareness of what I truly want to bring in my life and bring in my space. Um, so yeah, if there's any more questions on that, thanks for listening to that response. And I will get into your questions now. I'm going to scroll back here since I missed a bunch of them. Thanks for joining from the UK, Nisha. Great to have you here. Thanks, Elise. Oh, Serbia too. Very cool. UK. Excuse me. Hello from India. Cali. I'm in Cali too. Great to have another Californian here. Hi from Trinidad. Hi, Susan. Prius, I think I answered your question. Let me know if there's anything you want me to elaborate on. Magical girl Weeb, how important would you say Sanatana Dharma is in your life and identity? Um, I don't feel a difference between life and Sanatana Dharma. Like, to me, there's no separation. All Hinduism or the Dharmic path is literally living in total awareness and presence with all that is inside of ourselves and outside of ourselves. Um, that's it. So I don't feel there's any separation. So it is everything to me and within everything to me also. And beyond all definition and beyond all labels also. I live in a small rural town in South Carolina. Any advice on how to address the judgment, negativity from others about being Hindu? Also addressing others stating I'm appropriating a culture. Yes, Ashley, I know that can be very challenging in particular parts of the world. Even for, people of South Asian heritage or Indian heritage that are Hindus in the US, face this kind of stuff also, right? A lot of discrimination, a lot of judgment, especially as children, right? I've heard so many stories that I wish I didn't have to hear about bullying and things of that matter, right? So I think it's really ultimately our life's journey, our soul's test to really stand in who we are, to strengthen in who we are, even in the face of that adversity. I feel like seeing it in that lens is really the only way we can empower ourselves, right? Instead of feel a victim to our circumstances, number one. As for the appropriation, you got to own and know the truth of your religion and spiritual practices. The same way, if I was wearing a cross on my neck, a crucifix on my neck, nobody would dare say that I'm appropriating Christianity. So it's beyond backwards to tell people they can't be Hindu just because of their race or ethnicity. So you're allowed to own that and you're allowed to say that this is your path, this is your faith fearlessly, that is just like somebody choosing to wear a hijab or choosing to wear a cross. We are allowed to be practicing Hindus. So stand in that truth, honestly. Is alcohol acidic? Very, 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 very acidic. Yes, Prayas, it's your body currently, right? But you're right. Truly, it's just a temporary article of clothing, and we're going to transcend it ultimately in the next life. Glad to hear it's helpful, Jason. Oops. Okay. Canada has a very bad drinking problem, especially during winter. Hard to fit in as a non-drinker. I know, I get it, right? This larger culture can be hard in the beginning, but I can assure you that the longer that you stand in your new identity or your new ways of being, you'll attract people. And it might take time, but you'll attract a new beings who resonate with your frequency. And it really does take time sometimes and patience, and it can feel a little lonely on the journey, but I promise it happens. There was many years I felt very alone. But I can say now that I've built such an amazing community, and thanks to you guys all too. I'm in so much gratitude and love for the online community that we've built here together, but also the community I physically built around myself. And it does happen, I promise. Elise, how do you know the vibration of substance? Alcohol is depressant. Does that mean the same thing as yes, yes, Elise. That's a really good indicator. But also we can test these things physically, right? But I am referring to it as being a depressant, right? And the effect that it has on our mind and our consciousness, or even our cells, so to speak. Did you hear what's happening in South Africa? Honestly, Yolan, I don't feel like I have enough knowledge to speak on that topic as on now. But I'm definitely sending my all my prayers and awareness to that cause, and I will continue to learn about it as it goes forward. How do you keep looking so young? Yoga and Ayurveda. Sanatana Dharma helps you stay youthful forever. What do you think about, oh, sorry. What do you think about health experts that say drinking red wine a day is good for you? Well, see, red wine is good for you in an isolated event that it has high antioxidants, but this is the problem with modern health and modern medicine. I'll tell you, because what it's doing is it's extracting one component of something and making a conclusion. For example, turmeric, right? Because medical studies have now studied turmeric, they're saying, oh, turmeric really is good. The Indians were right this whole time. Ayurveda has been right this whole time because curcumin, the active ingredient, is super high in antioxidants and anti-cancerous and all this stuff. So now they're making supplements just with curcumin because they've only studied that one component of turmeric. They're forgetting that all the parts of turmeric are what make it so powerful, what make it integrate into the body, what give it multiple different properties and energies. They're extracting one component and drawing a conclusion. Same way with this red wine. Yes, in an isolated study of antioxidants, can there be something there? But we're not looking at the whole picture. We're missing that. We're missing so many components. We're missing that holistic view of the substance. Good afternoon, New Jersey. Thank you so much. Om Namah Shivaya. Okay, where is this? Where was I? Sorry, I'm just trying not to miss any messages. Could be absinthe be considered yoga vahi as one of the herbs you recommended? As has most of the herbs you recommended, huh? Sorry, can you elaborate, Daryl? How do you have any direct goal in your spiritual life? No. I feel that um, transcending the goals is the ultimate, honestly. I appreciate you too. I really do. I appreciate you, Callie Woke. Thank you for your kind words. Congrats, Antonio. That's huge. The first 30 days can be the most challenging. So really give yourself a lot of love and gratitude for that choice. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate that. Of course, Ashley, my pleasure. How many people adopting Sanatana ways in US? Many. There are so many. There's a large Hindu community growing here. Oh, and before I forget, just wanted to let you guys know once again, if you missed the live I did yesterday, I am doing free 15-minute consultation calls right now for a limited time. I really just wanted to open up to connect to more of you, to work with you guys about Ayurveda, your health and wellness, etc. So please don't miss that window. You can book in at tinyurl.com/book Ayurveda. I'll put it in the description of this video after the live stream. It's also in my Instagram bio. And you can book a 15-minute slot with me. We'll chat and we'll kind of get things rolling. So I hope to connect with you guys personally, some of you guys there. How does the Age of Aquarius plan to dismantle the free will of the global corrupt agenda to keep people in separated consciousness? What a question. I don't feel there is one answer for that, honestly. I feel the only answer is the inner work that we all are here to do. And this is a vital time for us to expand our consciousness because it's not just for ourselves, it's for everyone. It's for everyone around us and for the world. So it's kind of like taking up that responsibility for all beings and really working on ourselves, working to expand ourselves in all ways that we can. Hello, how can I open my third eye? I've tried many ways, but nothing seems to work. Luis, I have a playlist on this. Check out those videos, and then if you still have some questions, join me on the next live. We should only eat grass or be breatharians. We shouldn't kill plants. They also have. I mean, yes, that is the ultimate to transcend all food and go to prana, but no, plants do not have feelings. They have consciousness, but they do not have biomemory. They don't carry pain with them the same way that animals do. So no, they are not considered to be equivalent to animals in that regard. Susan, yes, happy to talk more about Haritaki. I'm going to be doing a video on it soon, so stay tuned for that one, actually. I'm going to do a whole video about it. Ivar, it's not a stone. It's called a bindi or tilak. It's a marking on the third eye worn by Hindus. Jesus or Jesus, Dritta's doing well. He's just not been active online for a while, but he's doing really well. He's volunteering at temple a lot. I do supplement B12. Very important supplement to take. Harish, I don't know what's funny, but you can take that elsewhere. Do you think constant sexual urges are immoral? Dheeraj, no, it's not immoral, but it is imbalanced, right? Because it's probably if it's something that's ruling your life and taking away from your experience of life and presence and consciousness, that's coming from some imbalance, especially within the lower chakras. So something to bring light to, bring awareness to, and do some work on. to help liberate yourself from that. Should an artist or musician who uses alcohol to create beauty stop drinking and risk ending their career and connection to beauty? Indie writer, I would tell you that stopping drinking is not the reason they're connected to beauty or art. That's a false conclusion. That in itself is the illusion, and that itself is the crutch. It's about realizing that's always inside of us. It is literally what we are. We are always in access to pure bliss, to pure consciousness. We ourselves forget it. We ourselves create stories. We ourselves disconnect ourselves from it through alcohol, through other addictions, through other crutches. And so removing that will only deepen that connection. Will it take some work and time and possibly shadow work? Yes. But in itself, that is not the reason we're able to be connected to the world or beauty. Do you feel that all the Dalai Lamas have same soul? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure about that. I'm looking for Kangen water. Any recommendations? Joaquin, yes, definitely message me. I can help you with that. I actually do that on the side, so definitely please connect with me. I'm super passionate about it. I love Kangen water so much. It's really really made an energetic and spiritual shift in my body personally. That's why I love to share about it. So message me on Instagram or on Facebook, but Instagram I will probably respond to faster. So send me a message there. Puppy is great. She's sleeping right next to me right now down here. Can you do a makeup tutorial? Victoria, I honestly don't know much about makeup whatsoever. I just do the very basic. I don't really wear much. So I don't feel like I can really do a tutorial. Um, Jagadish, yes, most diseases can be reversed. Namaste, Sunny. Isabel, I recommend the completion process. You can search the completion process Nithyananda here on YouTube. Highly recommend. That's like my ultimate shadow work process in the original OG form of shadow work from the Vedas. Yes, Dheeraj, absolutely they can. Hello, wanted to know if it takes a while to work out garland onion effects from your system. Yeah, it's a very subtle thing. Some people might notice it right away, but it does take a while for each body to detox, depending on your age, your diet, your lifestyle, the climate that you live in. All of those things play a role. Joseph, how is Advaita Vedanta similar to your practice in Hinduism? Advaita Vedanta is one school of thought within Hinduism. And I, like my sect, my philosophy of the Adi Shaivite tradition, is partially rooted in Vedantic philosophy, but also in Shaivite tradition, yogic tradition, and the Agamas. Can you share your sleep cycle? My sleep cycle has not been perfected as of now. Usually I sleep around 11 p.m. and I try to wake up around 6 every day, but I'm working that back to 5 because I really want to be up again earlier, especially in the summer season. Yes, I have, Dheeraj. I have met yogis like this. It's in India. I've met multiple yogis who can do this, and I've experienced it too myself actually in initiation and in the space of my enlightened avatar guru. All right, guys, we've almost hit the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to be logging off. Again, keep in mind I'm going to be live streaming every day this week. Tomorrow I will be live on Instagram. I'm not sure what time yet, but probably around the same time. So stay tuned for that. And let me know if you guys have any recommendations for videos or questions after this video gets posted. Take care, guys. Hope to connect with some of you guys on my Ayurveda platform and my calls a little bit deeper. Love you guys. Nithyanandam.